And a very good Monday afternoon and evening, everyone. Joe Benigno back with you again, the Older Pain podcast. It's Monday, October 28th, 2024. The Joe Benigno Older Pain podcast brought to you by the Hackensack Brewing Company, by Anita Discount Tire, by Manscaped, and of course, our buddy Avi and all our friends at cardwinners.net. You know, before we get started here, this is the second time I'm doing this today, okay, because we had a little glitch. And I want to say this, the only thing that sucks more than my football team is technology. How I wish it was the 80s again. I mean, really, just think about it, everybody. No cell phones, no smartphones, no computers, right? Reagan was president. You had freaking, you had pay phones you could hide and all of this. Technology sucks. No AI, no electric cars. I had to say that, okay? Because this is the second time I'm doing this. So the only thing that sucks more than my football team is technology. With that said, let's get to my crummy football team. You know, where do I start? I'm so disgusted with this team. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. You know, it all starts with the owner. Let's start with this. And even though I was down with this and I was good to go and I had no issue with him getting rid of Salah, I thought that he'd at least wait, Woody Johnson, until, you know, the Jets got to like 2-5. Like after they lost that game to Pittsburgh the other night, if they were at 2-5, that would be the moment when Woody Johnson would say, that's it with Salah. He's out. But he didn't wait that long. He dumped him right after the game against Minnesota, made Jeff Ulbrich the coach. And let's be honest, as we look back at it now, it was a mistake. It was a big mistake. And I know it's kind of revisionist history, but that's really the bottom line. What Woody should have done is he should have got rid of Salah at the end of the year last year. But he didn't want to do that because he wanted to give him a full year with Rodgers. I think Rodgers wanted him back and all of that too, right? And now here we are with the mess we're in now. Complete freaking mess. Because let's be honest, Jeff Ulbrich is way over his head as a head coach. You know, this guy basically woke up on a Monday morning after they got back, I guess, from England and that disaster against the Vikings. And basically Woody told him, hey, you know what, Jeff? You're the head coach. And God knows this guy 3 games into it looks like he's anything but a freaking head coach. And what a disaster yesterday was. I mean, you talk about bad losses. You know, this year is shaping up. When you look at the expectation level of what this team was supposed to be this year with Aaron Rodgers, and now Devontae Adams and Reddick and all these guys, right? Well, you know, Wilson and Hall and the extremely overrated Ahmed Gardner. He's not even Sauce anymore because he stinks, okay? We'll get to him. I wouldn't pay him a dime, $30 million for the most overrated cornerback in football. But I digress a second, okay? Made a big mistake firing Salah when he did. And even though, like I said, we were all down with it, but it's really coming back to hit him in the ass now. I mean, you watch this game yesterday. First of all, we talk about accountability with this team. How the hell is Greg Zuerlein still kicking for this team? Can you tell me that? Because as bad as it's been so far this year for the crummy 2-6 Jets, as bad as it's been, if this guy made kicks like he's been making them for most of his career and like he was making them last year, we're looking at a 5-3 team, not a 2-6 team. He missed the 50-yarder that would have won the game against the Broncos, as bad as they played, and I don't want to hear it was raining, and I don't want to hear it was 50 yards. He was making 50 yards in his sleep last year. He missed 2 big field goals, very makeable field goals inside 40 yards in the loss to Buffalo that they wound up losing by 3 points. And then yet he missed the field goal last week in Pittsburgh, right? When they were down 23-15, he got the field goal blocked because he basically kicked like, you know, one of my low-line drives in golf, okay? Where, you know, I'm surprised it didn't hit the feet of the lineman on Pittsburgh. And after he missed that kick, it was 23-15. That would have made it 23-18. After he missed that kick, they basically quit. And then yesterday, he misses an extra point. By the way, it wasn't even close. Missed a 44-yard field goal. If he makes those 2 kicks, they're probably not going for 2 after they took the 22-17 lead. And, oh, by the way, of course, they got the false start. Not the false start, but the delay of game penalty when they were going for the 2-point conversion. What a surprise, as they wasted 3 timeouts in the first quarter. I don't know if that's ever been done before. So they could avoid what would have been 3 delay of game penalties. And we saw this going on with Salah too. But if this guy made kicks, we're looking at a team that's 5-3, not 2-6. How the hell did they bring Zerline back for this game? Can you tell me that? How did they bring him back? I wouldn't have brought him back for the Steeler game. How did they bring him back for this game? I wouldn't even allow him on a team bus, on a team plane, coming home. Tell him to walk home after missing all those kicks. They better bring a new kicker in this week. I do not want to see this guy kicking again on Thursday night against the Texans in what's going to be just an empty MetLife Stadium on Halloween night. What a disgrace that will be. Unbelievable. I'm done with Zerline. He better not be kicking anymore. I'll tell you right now. Anybody. Let Morstack kick before this guy. There's got to be some kickers out on the street right now that are going to do a better job than Zerline. That's number one. The delayed game penalties are inexcusable. And I don't know if that's Rodgers, if that's Downing, a combination of both. Inexcusable. And when they had the delayed game penalty after they scored the touchdown to put them ahead 22-17, why didn't they just kick the extra point then instead of going for it? You knew they were never getting it. Case closed. They were never getting the goddamn 2-point conversion there. Now let's go to the freaking defense, which stinks. Okay, defense stinks. This defense was so much better the last couple of years. Let's be honest. Here's the reason it stinks. Because look at the guys that are there. Jermaine Johnson's out for the year. They let John Franklin Myers go, right? They let Bryce Huff go. They bring in Reddick. He doesn't play till yesterday. And was he even on the field? Did he do anything? Nothing. Okay. You finally got a decent game out of Quinn Williams yesterday. But outside of that, Michael Clemens stinks. Had another big roughing the passer penalty. What a surprise. They should cut this guy. He's so goddamn bad. Solomon Thomas stinks. This guy Kinlaw they got from the Niners stinks. Look, if the Niners let a guy go, okay, one of the best organizations in the NFL, if Kyle Shanahan and company let him go, the guy stinks. Why would you freaking sign him? Why? Because Salah had him in San Francisco? Or, was that the connection there? Unbelievable. Stinks. C.J. Mosley's done. Let's be honest. C.J. Mosley got hurt again in practice. He's done. He might as well retire. Because as far as I'm concerned, his career's over. He can't stay on the field. And then watching this overrated freaking cornerback, who I wouldn't pay a dime to, okay, that he got beat on the biggest play of the game by this guy, Butte, Shake Your Butte, who nobody ever heard of, okay? He didn't get beat by Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson or Stephon Diggs. He didn't get beat by anybody like that. No. DeAndre Hopkins. No. None of those guys. He got beat by some guy, Butte. And how many passes, by the way, did the Patriots drop in this? They did everything they could to make sure the Jets won this game. They must have dropped 8 passes in this game, at least. And they dropped an interception on one that Rodgers threw right into the defensive back's hands. Although Rodgers, I thought, played pretty decent yesterday. No turnovers. There should have been one, but there wasn't. The pass protection was actually okay. But how many passes did they drop yesterday? And even on the first touchdown drive for the Jets, the touchdown pass to Conklin, and then the stiff Zerline missed the extra point. That drive was set up by 2 pass interference penalties by New England. This defense stinks, and I'm tired of hearing about Sauce Gardner. I would not pay him a freaking dime. Just think about this, fans, Jet fans. This guy, in 3 years now, going in 2.5 years with the Jets, has 1 interception. He has dropped more interceptions than he has. Think about that. And yesterday, he gets spun around on the biggest play of the game by this guy, Butte. He was 5 yards behind him. What the hell is he doing? Missed tackles. There was one play with Stevenson. There was a pass on the sideline to Stevenson. He comes up, tries to make a play on the ball. Of course, he doesn't. Misses the tackle. Big play for the Patriots. I am sick and tired of this Ahmad Gardner, okay? He's over freaking rated. I can't say it enough. I'm tired of this guy. I wouldn't pay him a dime. next year. You're going to give this guy $30 million? Please. That's like you might as well just piss the money away. So this defense stinks. We know they can't stop the run. And with the game on the line yesterday, well, they didn't get it done. They let Jacoby Brissett walk right down the field. And I'm going to tell you right now, when Drake May went out of this game with that concussion early on, I knew the Jets were in trouble. Even though he was running all over him, he had that big run for a touchdown to give him a 7-0 lead. I was scared when Brissett came in this game. And, of course, he leads the game-winning drive when all is said and done. And, of course, it comes down to a 4th and goal on the 1-yard line, and you knew they were scoring. I mean, you knew it. And you knew they were going to get in the 2-point conversion as well. There was no doubt about it. Just an absolutely disgraceful performance by the Jets yesterday. There's no other way to say it. And where do we go from here? Where? They're 2-6. This is shaping up to be, when you consider the expectation level of this football team coming into the year, the worst year in the history of this franchise. And that's saying a lot, because this franchise has basically been garbage for the last 56 freaking years. And this is as bad as it gets. And I'll tell you, Aaron Rodgers, say whatever you want about him, okay? Whatever you want about him. He's saying to himself right now, what did I do coming here? Why did I come here? Because the Jet negative karma that swirls, this negativity that swirls around this woebegone franchise has swallowed up Aaron Rodgers. He plays 4 plays last year, and then he's out for the year. And now that he's healthy, well, I mean, he's got all kinds of different, he's got a hamstring, he's got a knee, he's got an ankle, he's got all of that. But this negative karma now has completely swallowed up Aaron Rodgers. Unbelievable. What a freaking disgrace. There's nothing else to say. What a disgrace. And now they're playing Houston this week. I saw somebody talking, I guess my buddy Jake Asman. By the way, I want to thank Jake and everybody over at T Squared Social in Manhattan, 42nd Street, Manhattan. I want to thank every one of them. Great day yesterday watching, great except for the game. Great day yesterday watching the game. Met a lot of great Jet fans there yesterday that were there. Met Jake's mother and everything, his stepfathers. I want to thank Jake for inviting me, and that's a great venue. If you're a big Jet fan, every Sunday and I don't know if he's doing it. Well, obviously it's Thursday night this week, but when the Jets play on a Sunday, that's a great place to go watch the game if you're so inclined. You got good food there. You have your drinks if you drink and all of that, and you'll be surrounded by a lot of suffering Jet fans just like you are. But at this point now, what's left for this team? What are they going to win? 4 games? 5 games? They're going to blow it up after the year's over, right? They have to. Say goodbye to Joe Douglas. Say goodbye to the entire coaching staff. You wish you could do it now. I wish they could do it now and just completely change the coaching staff, but you really can't do that in football. You can't. In baseball, you can do it. We've seen it with a manager and a coaching staff gets bounced in the middle of a baseball season, and that team comes back and wins the world championship. We've seen it more than once that it's happened over the years in baseball. More than once. But you can't really do it in football. Can you bring a whole new coaching staff now with 9 games left to play? Is that possible you could do? No. How the hell are you doing that? You can't do that. They're stuck with Ulbrich now. And he's lost. Ulbrich is lost. How about the first drive of the game? They get that nice punt return by Gibson. By the way, how about that punt return by the guy that beat him 2 years ago that set up a touchdown yesterday for New England? Took it all the way down to about the 25-yard line. The touchdown to put the Patriots ahead 14-13 at that point. Set that up. But how about the first drive of the game? So the Jets get the ball in plus territory. They start their drive on about the New England 48-yard line. They get to like a 4th and 3 on, let's say, the New England 43. And what does Ulbrich do? Does he go for it like he should have? Why the hell not go for it there? You're 2-5. Your team stinks. Can you go for it? Nah, let's punt. Let's punt. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we punt there? Why not? What is he doing? What are you doing? This guy's freaking lost. Oh, I think they just had another delay of game penalty. Oh. I'm beyond disgusted. I'm beyond disgusted yesterday. They bring all these guys in. I mean, how much can you take? Vera Tucker's hurt again, right? He's always freaking hurt, right? Yeah, this guy, I mean, can you realize it? Like 3 years in a row now, he's banged up. Another guy. And why don't they play this kid Fasano, the number one draft choice? Can I see him play left tackle instead of Tyron Smith, right? Who's basically a statue anymore? And I thought the pass protection was better yesterday. It was better yesterday. I think that Rodgers got sacked maybe twice in the game. One big one, which was right before the killer missed field goal, 44-yard field goal by the stiff Zerline. And this guy's got to go. I mean, I can't even think about this guy possibly kicking again for my football team. And I know they gave him a 2-year extension. Well, you know what, Woody? Put it in that nice bowl and eat it because he's got to go. He's got to go. I mean, I don't know where we go from here. Where do we go? Is this the end for Rodgers? Does Rodgers retire after this year? Does Rodgers say I got to come back one more year? And I know he's not the same guy. But this team was actually better last year with Zach Wilson at quarterback. They were better. That's because the defense was a lot better. And his defense stinks. And I blame Joe Douglas for letting guys go on this defensive line that he should have never freaking let go, specifically Franklin Myers. And I understand the injury to Johnson. And I don't want to hear about this Will McDonald anymore. There's another guy completely overrated. Yeah, he's got a few sacks. Big deal. Does he ever make an impactful sack? He can't stop the run, right? He gets pushed around in the running game all over the place. You think we'll ever get anything from Hassan Reddick? How long before Reddick gets hurt? How long before Rodgers gets hurt? Right? How long? And they got to come back and play a goddamn Thursday night game again? Oh, my God. I can't. I just don't know what to say anymore. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words, Jet fans. I'm really at a loss for words. No fan base has been screwed more than we've been screwed over the years. Right? Is there anybody? As we go on to what? Is it going to be our 14th consecutive year without a playoff appearance? Right? 9th consecutive year without a winning season? 14 years without a playoff appearance. The longest in professional sports in North America. No, that's not just the NFL. That's professional sports. And we stink. Who are we better than? The Panthers? The Browns? The Browns actually beat the Ravens yesterday. Come on. Really? The Titans? They stink. The Giants? They stink. That's about where we are right now. Right? We're with the dregs. The Patriots, well, they're better than us. Just beat us. Miami, they stink too. They blew that game to Arizona yesterday. We are with the dregs of the NFL, as we generally always are. And I blame you. The number one culprit is Woody Johnson. That's been the biggest problem over basically the last 56 years. And that is we've had two horrific owners. Leon Hess, great man, great humanitarian. The guy knew how to deal with the freaking, oil barons in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, all of them. He could deal with all of them. Qatar, Iran, Iraq, everybody. He could handle everybody, right? He couldn't handle his football team, right? Couldn't do that. It wasn't until the very end that Leon Hess realized, hey, you know what? I'm getting old. I'd like to freaking win a Super Bowl before I leave the earth. So what did he do? After the Richie Kotite disgrace, he brings in Bill Parcells. And even Bill couldn't get it done, could he? He was there 3 years. He got us to the playoffs once. He got us to the AFC Championship game, and we all know how that worked out. So even the great Parcells could not get it done for us. Even him. And now we got Woody Johnson, right? And Woody Johnson probably cost us Belichick being the head coach, although I don't think Belichick was ever staying here. He wanted to get away from the Parcells shadow. I think that's not enough is made of that, and I think that was a big part of it. And Woody had some success early with Herman Edwards, although after making the playoffs 3 times, Herman couldn't wait to get the hell out of town. Eric Mangini had success early. What happened? Made the playoffs his first year, had a bad year, 4-12 year the second year. Then we're 8-3 with Brett Favre. Favre gets hurt, and it was all over. Mangini's gone. He brings in Rex, and Rex got it done. Rex and Tannenbaum, back-to-back AFC Championship games. And then Woody decides to dump Tannenbaum, keep Rex, and bring in this stiff John Idzik to be the GM. How'd that go? What a disaster that was. Maybe the biggest mistake Woody's made as the owner up until this. That maybe, falling in love with Tim Tebow. How'd that go? Another disaster. I mean, Woody, I like Woody on a lot of levels, okay, that have nothing to do with football. But he's been a terrible owner. Terrible. And it really starts there. We never have a big-time coach, Rex was good. Like I said, Rex was good for a while. Since then, Todd Bowles, Adam Gase, Robert Saleh, right? And I'll tell you, whoever the next coach of this team is, I don't want another freaking first-time coordinator. I don't care. I know this guy in Detroit is the hot coordinator offensively, even Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator. I can't take another first-time coordinator. I want somebody that's done something. I'll take Rex back in a heartbeat. Rex would walk back to take the job. I think he basically said it this morning on the ESPN show that he does. He'd walk back to take the job. And I'd take him in a nanosecond. I'd bring him in now. Why not? Could it be any worse? How much worse could it be? It's a disaster to begin with. Could it be any worse if you said, okay, Rex, you're the head coach now? Could it be worse? Probably not. Maybe Mike Vrabel at the end of the year. I don't know. But there's going to be a total house cleaning when this season's over as it continues to spiral out of control. And we're looking at a 3, 4, maybe a 5-win team. Can you believe that? After all we've been through, after all the crap of bringing Rodgers here, after going through last year with the injury to Rodgers, and we're all salivating for this year. We start out 2-1, and here we are with 5 straight losses, and basically the season over. Unbelievable. Only the goddamn woebegone New York freaking Jets. All right, let's get our sponsors in here. We'll start out. Now, I don't know. I know people are asking me all the time, when's the next live podcast at the Hackensack Brewing Company? I don't know the answer to that. You got to talk to my daughter. You got to talk to Mike Jones. They'll set it up. They'll let me know when we're doing it again. I can't really give you a time. But, meanwhile, go check out the Hackensack Brewing Company, located just 10 minutes off the GW Bridge, less than 30 seconds off Route 4. And who needs a house out in Hackensack? There's always 12 beers on tap. Don't forget to check out my Oda Payne beer. TJ does a great job with the packaging. There's the Met packaging. There's the Jet packaging. There's the Nick packaging. I don't think he's got the Rangers yet. The tap room's open 4:30 to 10 Monday through Friday, 2 to 10 Saturday, 12 to 8 Sunday. 78 Johnson Avenue in Hackensack, right behind the 56 freaking tombstones of Jet seasons since we were in the Super Bowl. Thank God I saw it, because I know I'm never seeing it again. Never. Hackensack Brewing Company. Check them out. You need work done on your car? You got to go see my son Johnny, his great boss Harry, at Anita Discount Tire in beautiful Rivervale, New Jersey, Westwood Avenue. You need work done on your car, anything you need done, you need tires, you need a car inspected, they'll do it for you. Johnny does a great job. His Saints team stinks too, as they've lost 6 in a row. They got whacked by the LA San Diego Chargers yesterday. So they stink. They're 2-6. They've lost 6 in a row. Good for them. But they got an excuse. Their quarterback's out. We have no excuse. We just suck. But see Johnny, see Harry, see Rob, they're great mechanic. They'll take care of you. Westwood Avenue, Rivervale, New Jersey. Anita Discount Tire. Now, I've been telling you about Manscaped for a long time and how I love it. It takes care of you from top to bottom, right? The Ultra 5.0 lawnmower that's, really, changed your life, my life in a lot of ways, because now, it gives me, you clean up the mess that's down there, right? All the years, you probably never groomed down there. You never even thought about it. Now you get the Ultra 5.0 and you give yourself that good look down there and the illusion of extra inches, which we all love. I mean, even if it's illusion, there's no guy, by the way, there's no guy alive, okay? No guy alive, whether you're toxically masculine or not. There's no guy alive who doesn't want extra inches or the illusion of it, right? And use the 5.0 Ultra lawnmower, and it'll get it done for you. And now, not only is Manscaped take care of you on the bottom, they take care of you on the top. They got the scalp buffer, which I've been using. See how my scalp is? Oh, my. Look, I'm actually not too bad right now. Let me see. My hair's kind of slick back. I haven't taken a shower yet, but, not a very good-looking guy. I still question how my wife can even look at me sometimes. Anyway, use the scalp buffer, and you can massage your scalp. And you know what? You know what else makes the scalp buffer even better is the shampoo and conditioner Manscaped has, which I've been using now for a while. Does a great job, washing your hair, and I use it as well as a body wash, and it gets the job done. I smell good. My wife wants to touch me, and all of that. I don't offend people when I get close to them. I mean, it's great. So Manscaped does it from top to bottom. And not only that, how about the Manscaped underwear? I love it, right? I mean, it keeps your balls in place. Nothing worse than you getting up there to hit a freaking tee shot, and you swing the club, and now your balls come flying out. It's not very good. It's not good. It really isn't. So get the underwear to keep everything where it needs to be. Manscaped gives you everything from top to bottom. The scalp buffer, the 5.0 Ultra lawnmower, the underwear, and take your scalp from zero to hero with the scalp buffer. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code OTAPAIN. Manscaped.com. That's 20% off free shipping with the code OTAPAIN at Manscaped.com. Tell them I said you'll love it. And last but not least, my buddy Avi at cardwinners.net, who's even now advertising on the Fan, which is great to see. Great job, Avi. Love it. Are you in the hunt for the best credit card deals? Look no further than cardwinners.net. Whether you're searching for a personal credit card that suits your everyday needs, a business card to help manage your company's expenses, a card that offers fantastic perks like airline points, cashback, we got you covered. Our site also features cards with promotional 0% APR offers and outstanding sign-up bonuses to help you get the most out of your spending. Explore my picks. So far this week, I'm 2-2. I got the Steelers tonight against the Giants laying 6. I think the Steelers are going to kill the Giants tonight, but, we'll see. And if I win that game, I'll have another winning week. Remember, I went 5-0 last week. But check out the picks, cardwinners.net. Don't wait. Visit cardwinners.net today and discover the best credit card deals available. Cards are subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions apply. Before we leave, just let me throw out there the World Series, of course, Game 3 tonight at the stadium. The Yankees trail 2-0. We'll see if Ohtani plays. I'm hearing Ohtani's going to play. Remember, he hurt himself sliding into second base. He got thrown out trying to steal second in Game 2 the other night. And looked like he separated his shoulder. I guess he's okay, right? He left the game, but I guess he's okay. So I guess we'll expect to see him tonight. But big game for the Yankees to get themselves back into the mix, into the series tonight. Clark Schmidt will be on the mound. It'll be Walker Buehler for the Dodgers. Obviously a must-win. If the Yankees go down 3-0, they're not coming back from 3-0, not against this team. This isn't the 2004 Red Sox against the Yankees, who had some karma going their way there. So the Yankees really need to win tonight. And I think they will. I mean, I think they'll win at least 2 games at the stadium and at least get the series back to L.A. for a Game 6. I mean, that's what I think will happen here. But they better win tonight. And it would be nice if Aaron Judge started to hit. I mean, he hasn't hit. Giancarlo's been great. Soto's hit, but they've got nothing from Aaron Judge. And I know he's pressing. I know he's feeling the pressure. His first World Series. I know he hasn't been great in the postseason, for all the years he's been here. But he needs to start something going, and get it done tonight. Big game tonight, Game 3, Yankee Stadium. Sure, the place will be popping. A lot of things going on tonight in New York. You got, with the New York teams, you got the Yankees tonight, Game 3, with the Dodgers at the stadium in the World Series. You got the Giants in Pittsburgh playing the Steelers tonight on Monday Night Football. And you got the Knicks playing Game 3 of their season tonight against the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Garden. The Knicks are 1-1, got whacked by Boston, and then they whacked Indiana. So they're 1-1 so far this year. So it's actually a big sports night tonight in New York. Of course, the World Series takes precedent. And one of the best things about the World Series is because I do not work full-time anymore on the Fan, I don't have to sit and watch every pitch. I actually am more into watching the Giant game tonight. Hopefully it'll be a good game. I can't take any more bad football. I really can't. And it was very difficult to watch football yesterday afternoon after the Jet disaster. But just unbelievable. And I can't believe they got another quick turnaround game 3 days from now. Halloween at MetLife with the 2-6 Jets. So that should be a rip-roarer. I'll tell you one thing. On Halloween night, there'll be a lot of people dressed up as empty seats on Halloween night. That might be the top costume at MetLife on Thursday against the Houston Texans. And I'll say this one more time. Greg Zuerlein better not be freaking kicking for the Jets on Thursday night. He should be gone now. Be gone now. By the time I do Evan's show at 4 o'clock, Evan and Tiki show, he should be off this team. He should be cut. I wouldn't have even allowed him on the bus ride home. What a disgrace. All right. Check me out later on. Check me out with Jake Asman. I did that show already at 10 o'clock this morning. Like I said, this is the second time I'm doing this because technology is just so wonderful. But nevertheless, check me out at 4 o'clock with Evan and Tiki, and we'll continue to tell you how shitty the Jets are, okay? Because that's basically the bottom line. Everybody, all the love, and of course, God bless America.